one extreme of an ideology. It's not that difficult. Even if it's in small aspects, in small doses, but still, it's better to limit it or to stop as much as possible, before they expand or they extend, as a dominant kind of thinking. And definitely, this is the leader of the country. You don't want them to go in that direction, because once this fascism is set on the structure of one country, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to stop it. It's very difficult to it's very difficult to eliminate, But yeah, I'm trying to no give names or anything, because as I say, it's not about particular names, it's not about particular details. It's about good politics or bad politics, And good politics will be always the ones that try to avoid anyone's distress, and good politics will be the one that try to include everyone, bad politics obviously will be the one that try to just to put a group above every other groups, about exclusive, rather than inclusive, So that was what I've been talking the last few weeks. I don't know if this has been clarifying a bit, or maybe now it's more confusing, but is that make you think about possible confusions in the political market or the political area? I think it's a good thing, because question things is very good. It's always good to question the status quo, it's always good. It make you I don't know, it makes things to reevaluate and to maybe admit or readjust, that's a good word. It's to readjust the status quo, or the status. But I have to say, as much as I don't want to say names, I have mentioned a few names of parties and president as well, but I'm gonna mention another one because I think it's very particular from this person as well. Something that I have noticed in this person. So even though I'm trying not to talk about politics, and definitely politics should be more about good politics or bad politics, meaning as inclusive or exclusive, welfare or one person domination, but and in this particular case, I think I'm gonna mention the name because I have seen this in this person, so I think it's also fair for just to make sure what we are talking about, And I can be reply as well, Someone could discreditate what I believe or what I think because maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong. So welcome, that's welcome. But I have noticed Boris Johnson, and I did mention that last week, to reflect personal experience on the politics that he is applying. A clear one was not to believe in coronavirus, and then he was infected, he was infected with coronavirus, and then he obviously believed in coronavirus, and no belief in NHS. The NHS is the National Health Services. No belief in NHS. And then when he just said for coronavirus and for the pandemic as well, now he believes a strong believer of NHS. Another thing that I know, well, I noticed something about relationship as well, and it was one law during the lockdown. People were not allowed to see their partners, at least they were not living together. I'm not gonna say it's wrong or bad, it's wrong or right, because that will be for me a bit too. I don't have the authority to decide that. What I'm gonna say is that I think it happened only here, only in the Boris Johnson's political authority, and it's funny that it's interesting that it kind of match his lifestyle. He have a partner. I don't think they are married, which is fine, but I don't think people that are not living together and are partners, in my opinion, I don't think they are less partners. You are a partner or you are not. You are in a relation or you are not, whether you live under the same roof or not, or But that's me. But another thing that I noticed is that after come off of the hospital and try to recover from coronavirus, he then believed that a lot of the illness have to do with the physical state, and then he was promoting he was doing, I think, well, he said he was doing exercise, being in a diet, and the law he came off another law that says that increase taxes for sugar or sugary snacks, or I can't remember exactly, or they have to reduce the amount of sugar, but I think it was increasing the taxes, and obviously the effect of that was factories or companies to reduce the amount of sugar per item, but I think was the increase on taxes, sugar taxes. So yeah, it's just something maybe to link politics with the subject I want to talk about today. Because that was the final goal. I just wanted to talk about food. I wanted to progress from the last few weeks, and that was the only goal. After being talking about politics for half an hour, my only goal was to start talking about food. And I wanted to talk about food for quite a long time, and I have mentioned in a few videos, that I wanted to talk about different foods, but I didn't find the right time, I think, or the moment, because have been another subject that have been more. I felt more the urge to talk about it. I thought they were more relevant at the time. Now, because maybe the emphasis have been on politics. I found this peculiarity about Boris Johnson, and it's very interesting how his personal life experience reflects his political decisions. I thought that was quite interesting for the last few months, and I thought it was important to talk about food, and even though I haven't done it, even though I mentioned like quite a few weeks ago, I think it is important now as well, So I want to talk about foods, and I want to talk about honey. That's the food I want to talk today. I have seen quite a lot of videos, but but I couldn't find some videos I watched a few months ago. I found this video, and this video obviously is more or less the same than the other videos. And well, no, that's not true. It's not more or less. I mean, it talks about honey, but honey and how bees are disappearing as well, And I just wanna watch. I'm just going to show this video, but before I wanted to link to coronavirus because I think it's important. Well, I think it's important. It's already linked in the sense that, as I say, politics have been taking decisions about food, and I see it in a different way. I personally don't know if I will agree to increase taxes in sugar. I think I will try to make things easier to reach healthy food, but the honest truth, I think it had been tried before. But I don't think it had been tried maybe in the more effective way. I think it had been tried to make healthy food more available, but more available on the shelves, but no money wise, because the prices sometimes of healthy food are unaffordable. I'm not gonna say twice or three, no, just unaffordable to healthy food all the time. That's one thing. But another, I'm a strong believer that you have to eat everything. You have to eat everything, because for me, you have to adapt to what is available in your environment, your surrounding. And I have mentioned that before, about talking about vegans and vegetarians, and I do understand vegans, I do understand vegetarians, and they have all my blessings. I'm not vegetarian, I'm not vegan. I try to reduce meat eating as much as possible, and that's my compromise. However, I do believe as well, and sorry if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe, that you have to eat everything that is available. Not to eat. I mean, I don't mean like just eat whatever. No, I don't mean that. But we have to say we have a tradition to eat meat. A lot of products that are no meat have some meat derivatives. Like even sometimes like cakes or have fat from animals. I mean, butter is fat from animal. You don't have to go any further than that. Butter is just every day in most household. Butter is a derivative from animal. So it's very difficult. But also it's very difficult for people that have grown eating meat to stop altogether. But I'm not talking about meat or no meat. I'm talking about other things that I'm talking more about healthy food or unhealthy food. And I think definitely you need to add for healthy food as much as possible, as much as possible. However, to not eat any of the bad food or unhealthy food that are there, maybe it decrease your tolerance for what the surrenders are, you know. Definitely, I don't agree with bad food or unhealthy food to take over the market, which is what is happening, you know. I'm definitely not saying agreeing with that at all. And to reduce that as much as possible. But the same way, I always try to be more in balance, you know, and moderate. And I always think it's possible to eliminate unhealthy food. No, it's not possible, you know. So let's live with what we have, you know, what is available, you know. Is to eat some crisps, you know, with vegetable oil. It's meat free, but it's still unhealthy, you know. But I think in moderation, I think we should eat a bit of everything, because that's what is the reality. That's the reality, you know. We need to adapt to what is available and what is the reality, you know. Also, because there is one sentence that I really, really believe, I really like it, and is that there is no unhealthy food, there is an unhealthy diet. And that for me is really important, you know. You can eat some unhealthy food. If everything you eat is unhealthy, then it's bad. That's gonna be a very bad diet, very bad diet. But to have a healthy diet doesn't mean you cannot eat the occasional unhealthy food. So that's my understanding in foods. So that's why I don't understand definitely I wouldn't ban sugary products that it was talked at some point to ban completely. I wouldn't ban sugar. I wouldn't. I'm not a friend of banning things, to be honest. I just think if you want tendencies to go in one direction, then you have to promote that, you know. But I don't think ban is never end in a good positive outcome, really. And that's the thing with healthy food. Saying that, that's the way I related to coronavirus, about the decisions about changing diet, because Boris Johnson believes it has something to do with his weight or his physical state, anyway. But also another way to relate this video to coronavirus is that vaccines. We are talking about vaccines, you know, at the moment. There's a lot about vaccines. I think that's it's a subject for another day. Definitely, it's a subject for another day. I have another video I want to show about it. I'm not going to talk about the vaccine today, whether I do agree or no agree. I will talk about another day about the vaccine, but it's a medication, and that's what I want to mention. The only purpose of this is to say that it's a medication, and coronavirus is an illness and is treated with medication. However, a strong belief as well of healthy or no medication therapy, and I'm not definitely I'm not trying to swap or to change or to substitute healthy natural therapies with medication. Medication is very important, penicillin. Vaccines have been a very, very important medical treatment, that have allowed healthy living, but at the same time, I think it's good to use natural therapies as much as possible as well, as much as possible. No one is not possible, of course. But so that the natural therapies include a lot foods, different foods. I believe coronavirus main medications are anticoagulants, anti-inflammatories, analgesia, antibiotics, and I think you can find some benefits, natural benefits that are related to every single of that medication in natural foods. I bet to a point, you cannot substitute one food with one medication. No, you cannot that. But there is some benefits that you can use in a daily life, and it will be beneficial, So, and that's the subject for today. Is talk about honey and about this cold superfood as well, and I'm gonna show a video. But before that, let me. Just switch off. Okay, let me just switch off, and I'll be back soon.